So if you're watching this video and you're looking to move to Vancouver, Canada, or even relocate within the Greater Vancouver Area, we're going to go over the top 5 areas to live in the Vancouver area if you're looking for great options just outside of Vancouver, where real estate prices are a little less expensive, but you still have great access to the city when you're making your next move. And the truth is, there are so many great areas in the Greater Vancouver Area to choose from that it wasn't easy to boil it down to 5. Hey everybody, what's going on? Mark Parsons here, deep in the heart of Greater Vancouver, and if you are somebody that is interested in learning everything Vancouver, Canada, eating, working, playing, culture, really anything, make sure to click the subscribe button and the notification bell right next to that to make sure you get notified every time we upload a brand new video about Vancouver and the surrounding areas here on the channel. Honestly, we get so many people reaching out about relocating, and we absolutely love it. It's what we do on a daily basis. So if you're looking to move, relocate, or just want to come hang out here, make sure you reach out. I will leave some links in the description as well as our contact info. We have your back and we want to take care of you. So let's jump into the video. The top 5 areas to live in the Vancouver area if you're looking for great options just outside of Vancouver, where real estate prices are a little less expensive, but you still have great access to the city. So in no particular order, as it really depends on your taste and lifestyle, wants and needs. Here we go. Number 1, North Vancouver. The city of North Vancouver, also known as North Van, is a waterfront community on the north shore of the Burnaby Inlet, directly across from Vancouver. Located directly across from downtown, North Van is connected to Vancouver by 2 highway bridges, the Lionsgate Bridge and the Ironworkers Memorial Second Narrows Crossing, and by a passenger ferry, the Sea Bus, which takes you downtown to Waterfront Station in 12 minutes. North Vancouver operates 8 high schools and 30 elementary schools shared by the city and the district of North Vancouver. There are also several independent private elementary and high schools in the area, including Bodwell High School and Lionsgate Christian Academy. Post-secondary education is available at Coquitlam University in the district, as well as at Simon Fraser University and the University of British Columbia in the neighboring communities. North Vancouver provides fast access to 3 local ski mountains, with Grouse Mountain being the closest. Access to Whistler and Whistler Blackcomb is also one of the fastest locations in the city to get there. The city has views of the business district of downtown Vancouver, which includes Canada Place and the Convention Center, arguably the best view of downtown Vancouver. The city of North Vancouver is relatively densely populated, with a number of residential high-rise buildings in the central Lonsdale and the lower Lonsdale areas. And number 2 is Burnaby. Burnaby is a city in the Metro Vancouver area and immediately to the east of the city of Vancouver. It is the 3rd largest city in British Columbia by population, following Vancouver and nearby Surrey. The main campuses of Simon Fraser University and the British Columbia Institute of Technology, BCIT, are located in Burnaby. It is home to many high-tech companies such as Ballard Power, Clio, D-Wave, Electronic Arts, Capcom Canada. Burnaby's metropolis at Metrotown is the largest mall in British Columbia and the 2nd largest in Canada. The city is served by the Expo Line and the Millennium Line SkyTrain. Metrotown Station is the 2nd busiest station in the regional Vancouver SkyTrain system. As Vancouver expanded and became a metropolis, Burnaby was one of the first tier suburbs of Vancouver, along with North Vancouver and Richmond. Situated between the city of Vancouver on the west and Port Moody, Coquitlam, and New Westminster on the east, Burnaby is bounded by the Burnaby Inlet on the north and the Fraser River on the south. Due to its elevation, Burnaby typically has quite a bit more snowfall during the winter months than nearby Vancouver or Richmond. Overall, the physical landscape of Burnaby is one of hills and valleys. Burnaby is a pretty large municipality and it's full of parks. The SkyTrain rapid transit system crosses the city from east to west in 2 places. The Expo Line, completed in 1986, crosses the south along Kingsway, and the Millennium Line, completed in 2002, follows Lougheed Highway. Similar to Greater Vancouver, Burnaby has always had a diverse ethnic and immigrant communities. For example, North Burnaby near Hastings Street has long been home to many Italian restaurants and recreational bocce games. Metrotown's high-rise condominium towers in the south have been fueled in part by recent arrivals from China, Hong Kong, Taiwan, and South Korea. Number 3, Richmond. Richmond is a coastal city located in the Metro Vancouver area and the location of the Vancouver International Airport. Richmond is composed of 8 local areas or neighborhoods. As of 2016, the city has an estimated population of 198,000 people, with 60% being immigrants, the highest proportion of immigrants in Canada. Over 50% of Richmond residents identify as Chinese, making it the city in North America with the largest proportion of Asians. More than half of its population is of Asian descent, many of whom immigrated in the late 1980s, mostly from Hong Kong, Taiwan, and mainland China. Other Asian Canadians in Richmond include Indian Canadians, Filipino Canadians, and Japanese Canadians. Richmond is located on Lulu Island at the mouth of the Fraser. It encompasses adjacent Sea Island and some smaller uninhabited islets to the north and the south. Neighboring communities are Vancouver and Burnaby to the north, New Westminster to the east, and Delta to the south. The old fishing village of Steveston on the southwestern tip of Lulu Island is now home to several museums and heritage sites, as well as a working harbor for fishing boats. Currently, London Heritage Farm, the Gulf of Georgia Cannery, and the Britannia Shipyard National Historic Site in Steveston highlight these parts of Richmond's diverse history. The drawback of Richmond's geographical location was that since all the land averages just 1 meter above sea level, it was prone to flooding, especially during high tide. As a result, all the major islands are now surrounded by a system of dikes, which, although not as massive as those in the Netherlands or the levees of New Orleans, serve to protect the town from anticipated sources of flooding. There is a possibility during an earthquake that dikes could rupture and the alluvial soil may liquefy, causing extensive damage. Locally, they have always said that if we get a major earthquake, that Richmond will be underwater. Possibly this is an exaggeration, but it is commonly said. Recreational trails run along the tops of many of the dikes, and Richmond also supports over 1,400 acres of parkland. Because of the high groundwater table, very few houses in Richmond have basements, and until the late 1980s, very few were above 3 stories high. Also, because of the proximity to the airport, the current building codes limit the height of the buildings to 150 feet or 46 meters. Number 4, Surrey. Now we're getting a little farther out from the city. Surrey is located south of the Fraser River and north of the Canada-US border. Mainly a suburban city, Surrey is the province's second largest by population after Vancouver and the third largest by area. In 2016, the population was recorded at over 500,000, an increase of 10% from 2011 in 5 years. This made it the 12th largest city in Canada, while also being the 5th largest city in Western Canada after Calgary, Edmonton, Winnipeg, and Vancouver. Surrey forms an integral part of Metro Vancouver, as it is the second largest city in the region, while also serving as the secondary economic core of the Vancouver metropolitan area. When combined with the city of Vancouver, both cities account for nearly 50% of the region's population. Within the city of Surrey itself, it features many neighborhoods, including the city center. Immigration to Surrey has drastically increased since the 1980s. This has created a more ethnically and linguistically diverse city. 52% do not speak English as their first language, while slightly over 30% of the city's inhabitants are of South Asian heritage. Surrey is one of the largest concentrations of South Asian residents in North America. The vast majority of South Asians in Surrey are of Punjabi heritage, a region in northern India and Pakistan. This fact is reflected in the large Sikh, Muslim, and Hindu populations of the city. proportionally, Surrey has more Sikhs than any other Canadian city. Surrey is one of the largest industrial centers within British Columbia, with a burgeoning high technology, clean energy, advanced manufacturing, health, education, agriculture, and arts sector. The health sector makes a significant contribution to Surrey's economy. Surrey is home to almost 900 health-related businesses with major focuses in several life science subsectors that include infectious disease, marine bioscience, neuroscience, oncology, and regenerative medicine. Surrey Memorial Hospital is the second largest employer in the city of Surrey. In the early 1990s, Surrey saw the return of rail transit with the SkyTrain Expo Line expansion into Surrey, currently with 4 stations, with Metro Vancouver's next large SkyTrain expansion already in the talks to add more stations to the city of Surrey. And number 5, the Tri-Cities. The Tri-Cities are an informal grouping of 3 adjacent suburban cities, Coquitlam, Port Coquitlam, and Port Moody, along with 2 villages and more in Belcarra in the northeast sector of Metro Vancouver. I personally grew up in Coquitlam and I live in Port Moody, so I know the area very, very well. There is no shortage of amazing outdoor activities in the Tri-Cities. The Tri-Cities borders Vancouver's neighboring city, Burnaby. Port Moody is full of lakes and outdoor trails for hiking and biking. Port Moody also wraps the perimeter of the tip of the Burrard Inlet, providing multiple oceanside parks where you can launch your boat and head downtown up the inlet in about 30 minutes. Coquitlam River, an amazing summer attraction for tubing and hanging out, runs through Coquitlam and Port Coquitlam, and Coquitlam has Moody Park, a 435-acre park with 2 lakes, an outdoor swimming pool, and all the athletic activities you could imagine. If you travel by car, the Trans-Canada Highway provides freeway access to Burnaby, Vancouver, Surrey, and other municipalities throughout the Lower Mainland. Barnett Highway begins at the Coquitlam Centre area and heads directly west through Port Moody and onto Burnaby and right to downtown Vancouver. With the recent evergreen extension of the SkyTrain line, Coquitlam and Port Moody are now connected to the downtown core and other areas of the city by rapid transit. The line serves Lougheed Town Centre and Burnaby and passes through the southwestern part of Coquitlam into Port Moody and central Coquitlam. Although you're getting farther outside of the Metro Vancouver area, when you're in the Tri-Cities, the transportation access has never been as well connected. So that was my top 5 in no particular order. It really depends on your preference, your lifestyle, your budget. There are many other amazing areas in Vancouver's surrounding areas that did not make the list. West Vancouver, Squamish, Pitt Meadows, Maple Ridge, and the list goes on, but that's for a whole nother video. Okay guys, so that's going to do it for today's video. The top 5 areas to live in the Vancouver area if you're looking for great options just outside of Vancouver, where real estate prices are a little less expensive, but you'll still have great access to the city. If you're somebody that is looking to move to Vancouver or relocate within the Greater Vancouver area, or really just want to hang out with us here in Vancouver, I'm going to go ahead and leave all of our contact information in the description below. Send us an email, shoot us a text, give us a call, because if you're moving here to Vancouver or relocating within the Greater Vancouver area, we have your back, we've got you covered, and we absolutely love doing it. It's what we do every single day, and it's what we're good at. So with that being said, my name is Mark Parsons with eXp Realty. I'm from the Greater Vancouver area, so if you have any questions at all, let us know in the comments below, and we will see you guys on the next video.